It's 2:14 in the morning, your laptop fan is running hot, and your savings account has $3,200 left in it. The video on the screen says dropshipping can change your life. But this is not the first video. It is the 19th. Your room is dark. The screen is too bright. Somewhere behind the keyboard, the internet feels less like entertainment and more like a door. You have a job. It does not matter. What matters is that $600 disappears from your account every month while you stand still. You have not made $1 online. Not one. But you have watched enough to know that other people do. And that knowledge is dangerous at 2 a.m. Level 0, the person who wants in. You download a free Notion template for tracking content ideas. You join 3 subreddits. You buy a domain for $12. Because $12 is cheap enough to feel harmless. And serious enough to feel like a decision. GoDaddy sends the confirmation email. For 4 minutes, you feel like a founder. Then the room gets quiet again. Your alarm is set for 6:45. You are not a business owner. Not yet. You are someone who wants to become one. That is the most common position on earth. It is also the loneliest. Level 1, the first dollar. The first dollar does not arrive. It lands. You build something small. A Gumroad page, a $27 PDF guide, a Notion template, a productivity system, some narrow skill you learned from the job you still pretend is temporary. The product is not beautiful, the copy is too long, the checkout page feels exposed, like a window you forgot to cover. But then a stranger buys it, a real person with a real card, decides that what you know is worth $27. You check your email 4 times in 1 hour. Then it appears, payment received, $27. You screenshot it. You send it to one person. They say, that's cool. They do not understand. You do. This is not $27. This is proof. The market has spoken in the smallest possible voice. And you mistake the whisper for a verdict. You make $340 in the first month. Now you believe. And belief without skill moves fast toward the wrong wall. Level 2, the high-paying job. 18 months later, you are making $5,400 a month. Agency work, content, a small e-commerce store, 2 freelance clients. The exact mix does not matter. What matters is that every dollar still passes through you. Your hands, your hours, your brain. You bought the 16-inch MacBook Pro for $2,800 and called it an investment. You moved a ring light into the corner of your apartment and called it an office. On Zoom, the frame looks clean. Outside the frame, your calendar looks like a construction accident. Slack messages arrive on weekends. Clients ask for quick changes at 9:47 p.m. You answer because the business is still just your nervous system. With a payment processor attached, you are making real money. You are not building anything yet. Revenue is not a business. Revenue is you working. The moment you stop, the number stops. There is a version of you who stays here for years, exhausted and branded as free. Then one night, you feel the ceiling above you. Level 3, the first system. You hire someone. It is harder than making the first dollar. Because this time, the proof has to leave your hands. She is a VA based in the Philippines, 20 hours a week, $800 a month. Revenue is sitting around $14,000 now. Not perfectly, consistently enough. She handles your inbox. She schedules your posts. She touches the parts of the business. You have been doing badly for 9 months because they were never the work only you could do. You write an SOP document with 11 processes in it at 7 a.m. before your first call, drinking coffee you forgot to taste. That document feels boring. It is not. It is the first structure. Then the identity crisis arrives. If someone else can send the emails, what are you? If the business does not collapse when you step back, what were you protecting? The revenue grows slightly. That should tell you everything. You sit with it longer than you should. Level 4, the brand replaces you. Then the brand starts making more money than your hands can explain. $70,000 this month. 3 streams. A monetized audience of 180,000. A course converting at 4.2%. A small B2B service arm with 4 retainer clients. You have 6 people now. A head of ops manages 5 of them. You manage her. 1 week, you are in Lisbon. The revenue does not change. That sounds like freedom. Technically, it is. But distance comes with it. The content still sounds like you, only cleaner, sharper, engineered for retention. The emails go out in your voice. You did not write them this quarter. A viewer messages you and says your video changed their life. You believe them. You also know the script was written by someone who studied your old phrasing and rebuilt it like architecture. You do not know how to categorize that morally. So you do not. At some point, you stop being the product and become the brand. It is worth money. It costs something you cannot audit. Level 5, buying leverage. You stop building and start buying. There is a content site, a newsletter with 44,000 subscribers and a SaaS tool with $8,200 in monthly recurring revenue. The current owner has a churn problem. He is too close to see. You see it immediately. You buy the asset for $190,000. You fix the leak in 11 weeks. MRR goes to $14,500. You are 31 years old and you are deploying capital. That sentence would have sounded ridiculous to the person watching tutorials at 2:14 a.m. Your original brand still runs. You check the dashboard on Mondays. The work has changed shape. You read acquisition memos. You evaluate cap tables. You speak with brokers. At Flipper and MicroAcquire, you use private relationships built over 3 years of being visible in a small market. You are no longer selling what you know. You are buying other people's leverage. This is not better. It is not worse. It is colder. Level 6, becoming infrastructure. You do not have a product anymore. You are infrastructure. The platform began as a tool for your own team. Then you offered it to people in your network. Then people outside the network found it. Now there are 3,200 paying users at $97 a month. You did not plan to build SaaS. You solved the problem and the market decided what it was. But this level carries weight. When your platform goes down, other people's businesses go down. When you change a pricing tier, strangers write angry posts, migrate their data, and lose sleep. You also own 2 traffic sources that thousands of operators depend on. A newsletter with 290,000 subscribers, a content platform with distribution, in a vertical that has no other dominant voice. When you recommend something, it moves. When you ignore something, it stays invisible. The most powerful position in any market is the one that controls distribution without appearing to control anything. Late on a Tuesday, a strategic buyer sends a message. You do not negotiate yet. First, you ask why they want it. Level 7, the smaller room. You are on the other side of the table now. You have sold twice, taken chips off twice, and made investments in 11 companies. 4 failed cleanly. 2 are heading somewhere real. 1 returned 9 times. You advise 3 founders, not as a consultant, but as someone with scars, pattern recognition, and capital ready when timing turns sharp. Your name appears in other people's pitch decks as a signal. Advisor, previous exit, cap table validation. You attend a founder retreat in the mountains. There are 12 people there. Combined, they have built and sold companies worth over $400 million. The conversations are different here. Nobody is performing, nobody is pitching, everybody knows the version that never made it into the Twitter thread. The higher you go, the smaller the room gets. The smaller the room, the more honest the conversation becomes. Then you sit on a panel in front of 800 people and they ask what you wish you knew at the beginning. Level 8, the decision layer. The call comes in the morning, not from a startup, from a fund. They want you to anchor the LP position in a new vehicle focused on acquiring and operating content businesses. They have watched what you have done for 4 years. They want your thesis, your deal flow, your name, and your capital. You take notes on the yellow legal pad, old habit. The pen is heavy in your hand, the same one you bought 7 years ago and never replaced. This is the level where you stop making things entirely. You make decisions. The decisions make things. You are 38. You are not tired, which feels almost alarming. The founders you invest in are 24. Some of them are watching tutorials right now, buying domains, chasing proof, and mistaking the first signal for the whole map. One day, they will sit across from someone like you. Somewhere right now, it is 2 a.m. The laptop is from 2021. The fan is running hot. The screen is too bright for the room. There is a YouTube video playing about building a digital product business from scratch. The person watching it has $3,400 in savings, a job they are not sure they hate, and a feeling they cannot explain cleanly. Just a feeling that the internet contains a door they have not found yet. They buy a domain for $12. The confirmation email arrives 4 minutes later. For a moment, they feel the same thing you felt. Not success. Permission. They do not know what the system costs. Not really, not from their schedule, not from their savings, from the parts of themselves they have not yet been asked to trade. The screen glows. The video keeps playing. And somewhere, quietly, the machine takes another step forward.